right now, or the way that most people are living, it's a way that it's a way of living where there's so much accumulative stress and kind of memories and all these things that have happened, like traumas throughout people's life, that they're living with that. They bring that to the office, they bring that to the vacation, they bring that to the marriage, they bring it to the relationship with their son, they bring it to the school, they bring it, if they're teaching their students, they bring it to society, they bring it to the community, they bring it to the church, they bring it everywhere. Wow. My phone just did a somersault flip and it landed back in my hand instead of on the ground. I mean, that was incredible. Anyways, so yeah, that's just the way I think. And people don't appreciate life enough. And I think they should. So I don't want this video to be too long, so I think 10 minutes is good. Whatever I was talking about, pop-up window there. Whatever I was talking about, I will continue on in another video. Looks like I'll be making videos from now on. It's pretty convenient just holding a light iPod Touch and just making these videos. I hope it's a good quality. But yeah, you should just see how you relate to people and how you are in the world. Are you present in the world, or are you bogged up and clogged up by all these things that happened in the past that you're incomplete with? People don't live in the present. People live in the future, and people live in the past. Mostly people live in the past because they're incomplete about all the things that happened in the past. He shouldn't have taken my money. She shouldn't have done that. I'm never going to call him again. All these things, you're incomplete with friends, you haven't paid your bills, your room's a mess. Believe me, all of those things linger in the mind, and the mind registers that as incomplete and as a state of not being in integrity. That's what the mind registers that as, not being in integrity. And it's almost like the mind is already pre-programmed to know what is, I don't know, what is the right way of living, and just what is orderly, what is integrity, what makes you feel good, what is perfect. Like, the mind can really tell you so many things. Like, if you really listen to your feelings and you look at your room and you look at somewhere, and you can kind of see all the things that need to be fixed, like the stack of papers, or the cheese underneath the stack of papers for some people, or the printer, or I don't know, the kitten that's now in the printer drawer or something like that, like plates in your cupboard, clothes everywhere, bed not made. For a lot of people, it's like, yeah, my bed's not made. My bed's not made. Yeah. What is there to it? There's a lot to it. First of all, if you really look at the bed, just look at it, you can't feel good about it. I mean, it's just like it's a messed up bed. It needs to be fixed. It needs to be attended to. And when it is done, it just feels so much better. It's just like, oh, my bed is done, right? So somehow naturally the brain knows, because naturally people get those thoughts. I need to clean that up. I need to order. I need to sort that out. I need to, fix all that and put that back into place. So if you take the time to really look at your life, you will see all the things that need to be put back into place. And I took Landmark Education. I know I talked about it a lot. I talked about it in the podcast. I learned a lot with them. I'm going to take some communication courses with them, and I did take it in the past. So I'm just reviewing it. And I'm going to be sharing more and more things about how can you communicate to the people in your life, or to the things that happen in your life, and like affect change and be complete with those things and move forward and resolve anything that is still in the past, that is in the past, that is in your present. There's a lot of people, their present is the past and the future, and it's never in the present. So there's a way of talking to your sister if you're incomplete with her. There's a way of talking to your dad if you haven't talked to him in 2 months. There's a way of getting back together with your ex-girlfriend. There's a way of not going through or following through with a divorce. There is so much that you can do based on just how you perceive life and how you talk to people. That's it. As I said in a previous podcast, it's, of course, the world's talking, and that's the most important thing. That's what drives everything, right? But it's not just as simple as the world's talking or the world is communicating. There's a deeper thing to it. It's basically how people, interpret sound. It's just a bunch of sounds that dictate the direction of this world. So if you can effectively produce sounds, which are words, in a certain sequence that people understand perfectly, you can induct change for anything. You can get through to anyone. Like literally, I've seen it where people, now that's just to be kind of, not metaphorical, but that's kind of to go really deep, really at the root of what language is and what word is. It's really sound inducing change, sound changing the future, or sound resolving the past, and sound being the words. And I've seen so many things where people talk to others that they would have never been able to talk to, they would have never been able to get through to, and they do. And there are strategies in communication, and communication is a strategy, to be able to get through to everyone, to be able to talk to anyone without arguing, without feeling frustrated. And then it just makes you think, or it makes me think, what about if world leaders and politicians could talk like that? What about if one nation can talk to another nation, not get upset, get up and leave, but understand where each people are coming from, or each country is coming from? Because you have to listen to people. You have to speak to their listening, but you also have to listen to them from nothing. Listening to them from nothing is a distinction that I got from landmark education. So basically, listening to them from no perspective in your mind, no judgment about what is happening, just listening to people from nothing, and responding to them in like being neutral. And there's so much that people can do just by changing their communication. They can talk to world leaders in a completely different way and actually get through to them, because the way the US sees Iran and the way Canada sees Iran in the Middle East is not the way the Middle East is. We have no idea what happened in 9/11, whether it was staged, whether it was the terrorists or the United States, or if it was a terrorist, why they did it. Like, really, we have no idea. Like, we say, oh, it's for the religion. No, no, no. There's a lot more specifics than that. And I think people should take charge and step up and take initiative to inform themselves of what is really going on in the world. Get the facts, put your point of views and everything and opinions out of the way, because at the end, they're all going to be proven to be wrong, most of them. Like, unfortunately, it does take a little bit of time, but it comes to the point where it's like, whoa, you're like 15, and then from 15 to 35 years old, I'm just saying, if you were constantly improving yourself, you'll just realize, oh my God, everything that I thought, even at 20 or 25 or 28, was completely wrong. And that's what I learned. Everything that I thought about my dad, about my mom, about life, about my job was completely wrong. And everybody has different forms or different strands of negative thinking, of thinking that holds them back. And then they wonder why they're not achieving the things that they want to achieve in their life. And it's pretty evident. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to say in this video. My arm is getting so sore because I don't have a tripod to put this iPod on. But anyways, thanks a lot for watching. I'll make a lot more videos real soon. I hope you enjoy them. Please comment on them. Please share them on Facebook. If you want to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me at dorianodi@shaw.ca. And I will talk to you soon.